Hi there. I want to share with you 10 high-paying jobs which you can actually do online and in fact do them from the comfort of your home and in the process be able to make good amount of money. And by the way, this list is not exhaustive. It means there are many more jobs out there which someone can do and in fact be able to make good amounts of money by doing them at the comfort of their home or even remote from wherever they are. You are all much welcomed to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. And by the way, if you're new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel because I've noticed a good number of you all are watching this video but are not subscribed yet. Subscribe for you to be getting awesome videos each and every day with regards on how you could multiply your money and hopefully over time become financially free. Having said that, these are the 10 ideas which you could use to actually make money online and also working from home. The very first idea is the idea of being a freelance writer. What do I mean? Day in, day out, there are services of writer which are sold out there. And by the way, in this line, talk about writing, proofreading, and so forth. These services are sold greatly out there because there are lots of people out there doing media stuff, doing, for example, academia and so forth. And all these need services of people who can actually write very well. So if you think you have the ability to write and actually done that before, there are multiple sites out there. For example, talking about Fiverr, for example, talking about Upwork, just to name a few, which actually allow for freelancers to come on board and be able to execute different things. So you could just be a freelance writer and in the process be able to make good amount of money. And also related to that, the second idea is the idea of being a project manager. Guys, gone are the days when project managers, for example, are required to be on site full time. And of course, with the COVID-19 pandemic, it taught us that actually projects could be managed remotely. That's why even right now we're seeing for lots of project management jobs out there, they require even remote working. And that's so because project management actually entails coordinating teams just to ensure you're keeping track of how a project is being executed. Most of the times, a project manager doesn't have to be physically on the site. Them is to actually to provide overall leadership and actually gauge how the project is progressing. So you could get a job of being a project manager, which by the way can pay very well. We're talking about a very good salary in this space and across all the countries out there. And in the process could be able to make good amounts of money by you managing projects remotely, right? And then the third idea you could look to actually exploit and be able to make money online and remotely is the idea of you being a social media manager, right? There are multiple people out there who actually are growing brands. They have a good number of following. They are very busy in their day-to-day lives and they need someone to assist them manage their social media accounts. Whether you're talking about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, name it. You could just be a social media manager for someone and in the process be able to make good amounts of money, whether through a salary, a retainer, or even you making money through promotions that are getting deals out there, right? Talk about promotions, endorsements, and so forth. You could just be getting a cut off that because of your good social media management work, right? And then the fourth idea you could look to exploit actually relating to these two is the idea of content creation. Why not be the one to create the content and then be able to make money because of different monetization processes across different channels out there? For example, people on YouTube are able to monetize their content. People on TikTok are able to do that. Twitter, Facebook, name it. You could also become a content creator in case you think you have something to share with the world. You could be packaging that and then sharing with the world and in the process be able to make money through these different pitches because the world out here is eager for content. And in fact, each and every day, we're talking about crazy gigabytes of data being consumed out there, meaning people are hungry for information, people are hungry for data, and you could just be able to make money through you being a content creator out there, right? And then the fifth idea you could look to express the idea of you being a personal assistant to someone, right? Also with the pandemic, we actually learned that also the PA jobs or the executive assistance jobs out there could also be done remotely because most of the times they involve, for example, managing the diary of someone, planning the itinerary of someone, and so forth. You could just become a personal assistant who's able to do their duties remotely. You don't need to be going physically, for example, to different offices out there. You could be able to plan a diary of someone, to plan the itinerary remotely. And by the way, these jobs are some of the highest paying jobs out there because most of the times they are tied to high net worth individuals or even high business management people in different business sectors out there. You could just look to dive into these two and be able to make money as a personal assistant, right? And then the sixth idea I want to discuss with you is the idea of data entry. Also, globally, with the demand for data and also consumption of different kind of information out there, there's lots of data entry jobs. And in fact, a good number of firms out there are looking for people them to do the data entry. So if you're very fast, for example, with typing, very fast using Excel sheets and so forth, you could just go out there and look for these jobs. Someone can send a plethora of files and then you convert them to data and enter as specified. In the process, you can be able to make good amounts of money. And by the way, for this kind of job, someone can even make upwards of $20, even sometimes upwards of $100 in a day, which by the way is good money if you position yourself very well and you do good kind of work. In fact, your subsequent works are going to be getting recommendations for them. And you'll be able to make good amounts of money because also these kind of jobs are actually in demand, right? And then the seventh kind of job you can do remotely is the job of being a transcriber. Transcription jobs out there also are in demand and they have money. And I'm saying so because people out here desire to convert, for example, jobs from different languages, from different kind of programming and so forth. In case you can do that transcription for them, you could be able to bridge a gap and in the process be able to make money. One thing I need to mention though is that transcription jobs are a very skillful job, which require you, for example, to pass some entry exams for you to be a transcriber. But once you are in, be sure you could be able to make good amounts of money because these are jobs that are actually in demand 24/7, right? And then the eighth job which you could look to pursue is the job of being a web developer, right? Out here, guys, talking about there being thousands, if not millions of websites. And people out here require web development services each and every day. For example, there's something a bug on the web. For example, there's an issue with regards to someone wanting to put their brand out there so they need a new website and so forth. Learn these skills, which by the way you can even learn in 2 months, and then package yourself very well and you'll just be right in business, right? And this is so because web design businesses out there are businesses which are currently in present exist and also in future. They're going to continue being there because we're talking about an internet era where the internet is driven by millions and millions of websites out there. So do these and you'll just be in business of developing websites for people out there and in the process be able to make good amounts of money. Okay? And then the ninth idea I want to discuss with you is the idea of being a recruiter. Just like other job areas, for example, personal assistant, project management, and so forth, also HR-related jobs around recruitment have also gone remote for most companies. Because most of the times, recruiters out here interview candidates remotely for them to gauge their aptitude before even they get them to the teams which are hiring them. So you could just be a recruiter for a given company and in the process be able to make good amounts of money. And by the way, this could even be able to interview 5 candidates in a day without pressure at the comfort of their home. And one thing worth noting is that also this is quite a skillful job, which requires to at least have some key skills around personnel management for you to be able to do this kind of job and be able to do it really remotely in a very good way. So look for these jobs out there and you guys just be well in business. And then the last idea I want to discuss with you is the idea of being a customer support officer, right? People out here require support for purchasing of products and even for them to be able to get retained by companies. You could be the guy to work with customers, albeit remotely, and in the process be able to be paid for your services. These are the 10 ideas I want to discuss with you. I hope you've gotten 1 or 2 which are exciting and you can look forward to pursue them at the comfort of your home or even online. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I look forward to share with you other awesome videos next time. Bye bye and you all take care.